Welcome back to another video with your two favorite book nerds, Amy
and Kelly.
Today we're going to be doing some organizing, sort of, and I don't even know what all we're going to do.
I don't know. We're going to talk about my TBR shelf.
Yeah, it's a shelf tour. Kelly's TBR shelf
and probably thinning it out some. We'll see.
We shall see. We'll see. I know that there's a few books on here that I'm going to be strongly advocating for her keeping, but I don't feel like those are books that she would have been getting rid of anyway, so we'll
probably
see.
Not.
I'm just going to be advocating that they move up on the list to be read. How about that?
Yeah, well, we could do that too, because I was going to kind of rate the books as I go through on my expectations of reading them. Like, this is something I absolutely will read, all the way down to I have no intentions of reading this book. But we could also, like, talk about how soon I plan to read.
Yeah. Which we all know that that's not going to happen.
I don't do TBRs, like,
no.
at all.
Kelly is strictly mood reader.
Absolutely.
So there's no point in being like, here's the list of, in order, what I'm going to read.
I'm not. I won't. I make TBRs all the time, and I don't stick to them, so.
Yeah. We're lucky that we get her to stick to book club and buddy reads.
True. Very true. God, we're stepping all over my books.
So many books everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah, I do have books everywhere. So I have like this shelf, but I also have this big stack of books over here that we will get to as well. So, yeah. Okay.
All right. Well,
shall we go?
We shall go. I'm going to sit and just observe.
Fun. All right, well,
take it away.
Okay, so usually on the top of my shelf is where I keep the books I actually bought in that month, so that when I actually do a TBR update, which I'm supposed to do monthly, but I haven't.
Neither one of us has, honestly, for like 2 or 3 months.
So this will be actually my TBR update as well. This is where I keep the books that I bought in the month, so I remember what I bought, and that's the brand new stuff. This is obviously outdated, so I only have the Buffalo Hunter on there because it's a special edition, and I love it, and it's gorgeous. So that's why it's still up there. We've already read this book, and if you want, you can go check out the other video where we did a buddy read on that, but there are spoilers in there, so just so you know. Anyway, not there. The next two that I have up here are Owl Crate editions that I got. But I think I got them last month, so, or I mean in like July, so anyway. I have Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. Again, pretty. I did drop my Owl Crate subscription because their fantasy boxes seem to focus on romantasy a lot more than I like, so. No, this was book of the month. Sorry. This was book of the month for that.
I was saying, like, wait, I didn't see the book of the month.
Yeah, because, that was the book of the month one. But book of the month is starting to do, like, special edition kind of things, because you can see the sprayed edges, obviously. This is a YA fantasy, which I normally don't read. It does sound okay, but...
I was going to say, like, book of the month, you pick the books.
You pick the books. So they actually give you a choice.
Book for yourself.
I picked it because I didn't like any of the other choices, and it had sprayed edges.
You could have skipped the month.
I could have, but sprayed edges. It does sound very good, but it is YA fantasy, so I would rate this probably in the middle somewhere. So if I'm going from 1 to 5, 1 being I'm not going to read at 5, I definitely will. Probably in the 3 area. I'm interested, but I don't know yet. Okay, this one was an Owl Crate edition, Never the Roses by Jennifer Lambert. I'm not reading this book. I'm really not. I won't. I don't even know. The fantasy Owl Crate's supposed to be adult, but it's very much romantasy driven, and it also seems to skew rather young. I'm not gonna read this book. I just know it already. So if you like Owl Crate editions, it will be on my Pago shortly. So
there we go.
I need a not gonna read pal over here. I know I'm not going to.
Hello, pen girl.
Okay, so this top shelf is my 25 and 25. So I am gonna read all of these for sure. even if it hurts.
Hopefully it doesn't hurt.
Well,
but you know.
I did my 25 on 25, which you can go back and look. I think it's on TikTok when we did that. But the reason I chose these is because these were all Goodreads Choice Award finalists for within the last like 3 years. So, The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarifa, by, I really should put good glasses on, and I didn't bring them up here. Yay. Oh, I have glasses. Yay. By Shannon Chakraborty, Sterling House by Alex Harrow, The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake, Other Birds by Sarah Addison Allen, A Fate Inked in Blood. This one is the one that I think is going to hurt. It was a Book of the Month club and fantasy, but I have since found out it is very much more of a YA kind of fantasy. I may be substituting that one, but I'm keeping it for now. The Lost Story by Meg Schaefer, Ink Blood Sister Scribe, Emma Torres, Immortality, A Love Story by Dana Schwartz, which is number 2 in the duology after Anatomy, which we loved. So, and of course, My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. Gotta read that one.
Yes. Some might even petition that you read that next.
Well, it's just it's the first in a trilogy, and I'm positive that as soon as I read it, I will want to read the other 2 immediately. And so it's the beginning of September. It's the first day of September.
You have the whole month to get through the trilogy then. If you start it today.
But I haven't done it yet because we had other things we were doing that I had to read. So,
well, now you have to read that.
Now I have to read that one. All right. The Wishing Game, also by Meg Schaefer. Venko by Cherie Demeline. Climanestra by Costanza Costi. The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. I'm pretty sure I'm going to love that one. Small Angels by Lauren Owen. Babel. Yes, I have not read Babel yet. The Book of Witching by C.J. Cook. I can't remember. Actually, only one of these is. I don't remember which the first one is. I think it's A Magic Steeped in Poison. I think is the first one. So that's the one I have to read, but there's a duology. And Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer, which is the second book in that duology. So that's I'm keeping them because, well, I have to for now. Okay, next. Play of Shadows by Sebastian de Castiel. I got this in some box, I think. Because I used to subscribe to Caffeine and Legends as well. But their picks just weren't exactly what I was looking for. So pretty sure this was probably the last one in that book. I don't even know what this book is about. I don't think I'm going to read that book. So I'm just going to toss it.
2 down.
2 down. Charles DeLint, Muse and Reverie. This is a short story collection. I'm definitely keeping that one because I will read those. Another one, Trader, and another one, Dreams Underfoot. Don't read all those. Then I have The Red Tent by Anita Diamant. I have heard amazing things about this book, but it's really not something that I would normally read. But I'm going to keep it for now. Stone and Sky by Z.S. Diamante. Again, that was a Caffeine and Legends thing. I'm not going to read it. A Master of Gin by P. Jelly Clark. Jelly? I don't know. Yes, I will read that one. I remember it was something I was really very interested in, 2 years ago. I haven't read it yet. Should I put this high on the list? I don't know. These are obviously, priority reads. This one, really not so much. I'm interested in it, but there's no reason to put it really high on the list. Whoops. Whoa, dang.
She's throwing books at me now.
Throwing books at
me.
You're not being helpful. Jennifer Estep, Kill the Queen. Jennifer Estep has a urban fantasy series called The Elemental Assassin that I love. And this is a different series, so I'm definitely keeping it, but again, not real high on the list. And then I have Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales, which is book 3 in the Emily Wilde series. This is probably pretty high up on the list of something that I will read.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't already read it.
I have not. The first 2 I read instantly.
Right, that's why I'm
this one I have not. So this one's fairly high on a list of things I want to read. Then I have The Last Heir of Blackwood Library by Hester Fox. I'm going to keep it, but I must have gotten this maybe in a blind date with a book thing, because it's an ARC. So
maybe it was like you spent so much money you got the free ARC.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's a library. It's a book about a library, so of course I'm going to keep it. This one, a collection of poems by Robert Frost. This is going to be one of those that I'll just pick up every once in a while and read it. So, and obviously, I mean, look at that edition.
I was gonna say, it's really pretty.
It's very pretty.
Pages and stuff.
So, yeah, gilt pages. So, obviously, I'm keeping it. Oh, Serafina by Rachel Hartman. Again, I think this is a more YA book, but I've heard good things about it, and it's about dragons. So, yeah, we're keeping it. Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation, and keep that one. And I know Amy thinks I need to read it, like, immediately.
I do.
There's a book hiding back there. Oh, Flint Hills Cowboys, Tales from the Tallgrass Prairie. We do live next to the Flint Hills, so I like books about that. And this is another one that's short stories, so I'll probably just pick it up every once in a while and read it. Then I've got the next 2 books in the Edinburgh Nights series by T.L. Huchu. I've got Our Lady of Mysterious Ailments and The Mystery of Dunvegan Castle? That's probably not how you pronounce that, but whatever. Yeah, I read the first one. I liked it okay. And obviously I have these 2. So enough that I want to keep reading. Oh, Blackwood's Blue Sky by Eowyn Ivey. Oh, I think this is the chick that wrote The Snow Child, which I really, really liked. So that's probably why I bought this book, because I really don't know what it's about. So, but I really did like that book, so I'll keep it. All right, this one was another Caffeine and Legends book. These Burning Stars by Bethany Jacobs. I don't know why I joined subscription boxes. I never like. Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett. I love Robert Jackson Bennett. This one I just had a hard time getting into. I think it just wasn't time for me yet, so I'm going to keep it. And N.K. Jemiston's, these are the 5th season trilogy. I've read the first one. I haven't read these 2 yet, so obviously keeping that one. Alrighty. Robert Jordan, Warrior of the Altaia. I got this in a blind date with a book package, and I'm really not interested. So there, Stephen King, The Gunslinger. I have never read any Stephen King books. And I thought this one would be the most likely one that I would actually be interested in. So I'm going to keep it, but I'm hesitant because I don't know if I'm going to like Stephen King.
He's an acquired taste.
He is, and I'm just not sure I want to spend all that time in it. T.J. Klune, Under the Whispering Door. Yeah. The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. Okay. The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera. This is one of those that I think I ought to read. So it's here on my list because I think I ought to read it.
But are you really ever going to read it?
I don't know. Probably not, but this would be very low on that scale.
Okay.
Like a 2. But I'll keep it for now. Okay, Thomas the Rhymer by Ellen Kushner. I like Ellen Kushner as an author, and it's got the retro cover. I honestly bought it because of this cover. It was $1 on Pango Books, and it's really short. I mean, I'll read it. And I've read from Ellen Kushner before, and I really liked it, so I'm going to keep it. I'm keeping it for the cover regardless, so. The Wilder Women by Ruth Emmy Lang. I mean, I'm interested, but it would be very low on the priority scale, but I'm still interested in it.
Look at all the space on that shelf.
I know, I need some space. All right, I have got C.S. Lewis, Reflections on the Psalms. I just occasionally pick up things from him that, I mean, when I'm feeling like reading something Christian, then I read that. Hi, Sarge. You coming to say hello? I can see your tail, camera. Okay, here's another one. Dark Water Daughter. That's another one from Caffeine and Legends that I'm probably not going to read. You'll get yourself right in the middle of everything. Yeah. All right. Dragon Fruit. I'm not going to read that either. Okay. Daughter of the Forest by Juliette Marillier. I will read that. Not real high priority, but I will read it. Another book of the month, Queen of Thieves.
I might have that book too.
Do you have that book too? An electric historical adventure about a ring of bold and resourceful female thieves in post-World War II London. I don't really like heist books. So, will I even read it? I don't think I'm even going to read that. Okay, another one by Juliette Marillier, Child of Prophecy. Anne McCaffrey, Freedom Landing books. I will read those eventually. Just, again, not real high on the priority scale. Atonement by Ian McEwan. It's another one that I think I ought to read. And I like the movie. But am I going to read this? No, I'm not. Okay. Shannon McGuire's Middle Game. I'm going to keep that. Then I have my Patricia McKillop books that I haven't read yet. We'll get there. Folklore by Angela Myung-Her. Honor-defying, continent-spanning saga of Korean myth, scientific discovery, and the abiding love that binds even the most broken of families. Maybe. I'll keep it for now, but I don't know, it's not real high on the scale. Darling Girl by Liz Mikowski. This is supposed to be like a Peter Pan type story, but about Wendy. Something about Wendy. No, a daughter of Wendy. Peter Pan's never been one of my favorites anyway. Okay, The Fairy Barns of Prospect Hill. I have actually started this before, but apparently I just wasn't in the mood for it, so I'm going to keep it. The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Keep that. Then we come to one of those times when we went book shopping and I couldn't find anything, so I just picked up something.
Because you can't leave a bookstore without buying at least one book.
And I think it was probably the title, The Many Deaths of the Firefly Brothers. And it's also set in like the 1920s, which is one of my favorite kind of time frames, but will I really? No. Probably not. All right. Goddess of the River by Vaishnavi Patel. Yeah. The West Passage by Jared, I don't even know. Pachasik? I don't know. Again, a Caffeine and Legends subscription. Actually, this one did sound good. So I think I'll keep that one for now. The Watkins Book of English Folk Tales. This is one of those, again, that I'll just pick up every once in a while and read. Alright, The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. Ouch. I read one other book by Sarah Penner and I didn't like it very much, but I heard that this one was better. So, we'll see. Ouch, my knees hurt. Again, not a high priority, but we'll keep it around. I think I got this one from you. Fight Club.
I didn't give you that one.
No? Alright, I must have had it.
I think you should just get rid of that book.
Alright, I probably won't read it anyway. Hi, how you doing? The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Yep. Alright, this was a blind date with a book from the bookstore. I don't know. This did sound good. I'm going to keep it for now. It's just not very high on the list. One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm going to keep it because it is like the only Taylor Jenkins Reid book that the synopsis actually sounded good to me.
The only one?
Yeah.
Daisy Jones and the Six?
I know, but it's not something that sounded good to me in the I loved it, but it didn't appeal to me reading the synopsis.
Okay.
This one does.
Okay.
Then I have Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. Again, I've read from her before and I didn't really care for it, but this one sounded better, so we'll see. Then I have A Fire Endless by Rebecca Ross, which is a definite have to get to. Patrick Rothfuss, Name of the Wind. This one I'm keeping, but he has never gone on with the series. I read a sample of this and I really liked it, but so far he has not written any more in this series. So I'm not sure I want to read it if the series is never going to be complete.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping it in case, because what I read of it I did like. Dreadful by Caitlin Rozakis. And the cover gives me Apprentice to the Villain vibes. Thank you. So I'm thinking it's be like a similar book to that, so I'm going to keep it. There we go. Next I have my Salman Rushdie books. Those are the ones I definitely just pick up when I'm in the mood. What I've read of his I've really liked, but I definitely have to be in some kind of mood to read those books. So they're staying for now. The Rhythmatist by Brandon Sanderson, of course, is staying. Blood of Elves, The Witcher, definitely, because I've read like about half of it. It's short stories, so it's still on here because half of it. John Scalzi's Red Shirts. Diane Setterfield, Once Upon a River. I read another one of hers, 13th Tale. I didn't really like it that much, but this one sounds better. But then again, I thought the 13th Tale sounded good too. I don't know. I'm going to give it a try. Saruland by River Solomon. That one. This one. This is actually not the proper book.
No, it's not.
It is not. Anyway, this is not the right one, but I have still not read the last book of the Raven Boys.
Which I don't know how
Series.
you haven't finished the series, because
I loved it. I loved it.
Blue Lily Lily Blue and not want to go on to the final book.
I know. That was the one I didn't really care for that much. As much as the others. It was still good. I just didn't as much, but I still haven't read it. But now, at this point, I'm like, I'm going to have to go back and read.
You should reread them.
Read the others.
For rereading them.
Are we going to reread the whole series?
Yeah, why not?
Alright. There we go. I mean, obviously it's staying. Okay, Camp Zero. I'm keeping this one. It's not high on my list, but if I remember right, this is like an apocalypse kind of science fiction book, primarily set with Native Americans. The Girl with Glass Feet by Ali Shaw. I think I'm going to keep this one for now. It's just not real high on my list because I'm pretty sure this is like a folklore kind of fairy tale kind of book. So I'm going to keep that for now. Okay, then next I have Mary Stewart, The Crystal Cave, The Last Enchantment in the Hollow Hills, which is her books about the King Arthur legends. I'm keeping them. I will always keep them, but I don't know when I'll read them. This is like a nostalgia buy, and I've always wanted them, but it's probably going to be like one of those when I'm in a mood. Then I have The City of Stardust, which was, again, a Caffeine and Legends buy. Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep that one. All right. Honestly, it's The Hobbit by Tolkien. I've read it. I don't know why it's still on here. I think I had it displayed for a while because it's this adorable pocket edition of the 75th anniversary edition. So I think I just kept it out here because I just kept wanting to look at it. Pretty sure that's why. Afterworld was another blind date with a book. I know it was. I'm not going to read that. The Wolf of Oronero by K.S. Veloso. I will read that. Really? You had to sniff it too? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Silly boy. Systems Collapse by Martha Wells, which is a Murderbot book. This is like the, I don't know, 5th or 6th Murderbot book, so obviously I have to read it. But I found it in a bookstore for like, I don't know, $5 or something, so I obviously will read it when I get that far in the series.
Well, you should be there now, right? Or
No, I've read 4.
Yeah, you said that's
Oh, this
book
might
5 or
be.
6.
No, this might be. This is the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7.
Okay.
So I'm on.
You'll be ready for book 5. Yep.
Book 5 is one of the is the full length novel in the series. So that's what I'm on to next. For the Wolf by Hannah Whitten. Obviously, you can see the Target sticker on there, so. But I think it's a YA book, but I think it was one that sounded like interesting. And I think it's got something to do with like Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood, I think, is part of a vibe. I don't know. I am interested still, and I'll find out eventually. Terry Windling, the Wood Wife. I like Terry Windling, and this was probably more of a nostalgia buy than anything that I plan on reading right away, but I will read it. This is a biography about Sister Mary Wilhelmina, the foundress of the Benedictines of Mary. So, I mean, that's something I'll pick up when I'm in the mood. And then I have Adrienne Young, Spells for Forgetting. I definitely want to read that one. Okay, the piles. The piles. Okay, now I've got the books on the floor, which I didn't have room in this bookshelf. I know I really need to get more bookshelves because my...
Well, now you have some room, though.
I have some room. But my great big bookshelf out there is packed full also. So, Okay, then I have The Girl in the Tower by Catherine Arden, because it's book 2 in the Winter Night trilogy, and I read book 1, loved it. Haven't gotten around to that one yet. Oh, yeah, that's, sorry, wrong pile. Wrong pile. Okay, let's put that one there. Yeah. Okay, Girl of Nightmares, which is the sequel to Anna Dressed in Blood, which, I mean, I'm the one that told Amy to read it. I loved it.
She still hasn't read it.
And I still have it. It is a YA horror, supernatural horror kind of book. And this is the sequel. I loved it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. The Dragons of Deepwood Fen. This is also a Caffeine and Legends book. It's got dragons.
I would say about dragons. Sometimes just because a book has dragons doesn't mean it's going to be good.
I'm not going to read that. Okay, The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. This is also YA. Gosh. The synopsis sounds so good. Plus it is more of the like Middle Eastern flair, which I always like fantasy that's set in somewhere other than like medieval England. But I tried. I started it. I just didn't really like it. So let's get rid of it. Terry Pratchett's Mort. I just bought this and I will be reading it at some point. Okay. Book of the month, Our Infinite Fates. know. It sounds good because it sounds like a like reincarnation, time travel kind of thing, but it's also like a heavy romance. The tagline is, they've loved each other in 1,000 lifetimes, they've killed each other in every one.
Maybe it'll be like Ruthless Vows and surprise you.
Maybe.
Or like Divine Rivals.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, the tagline makes it sound interesting.
It makes it sound really good, doesn't it?
Like, I'm intrigued.
Alright, but yeah. It's not going to be very high up on the list, though. Alright, this one. She Weeps Each Time You're Born by Quan Berry.
It's a terrible title.
It is. It intrigues me, and I know Quan Berry is like a rather like well-known author, but it sounds interesting, but I'm not gonna read it. Grave Empire by Richard Swan. This one I will read, and it is also high up on the list. Very high on the list, like I am going to be reading it very soon.
Probably before My Heart is a Chainsaw.
Probably so. A Letter to the Luminous Deep was also, a Caffeine and Legends deal. But I've actually seen some people reviewing this, and it does sound fairly good. And it's like a relationship through exchange of letters, which I always like. So I think I'm going to keep it for now. Alright, The Last Shield. This was also a Caffeine and Legends book, and I know I have no interest in that book. The Story Collector by Evie Woods. I'm going to keep this, but I read The Lost Bookshop, I think it was called, by her, and it was okay. I didn't really like it, but I'm going to give it another try. And then I have one of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy world books, and I will read that. Alright, Alice Hoffman, The Dove Keepers. Again, something that sounds good, and it feels like I ought to read it. But will I really? It's kind of one of those, like, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to like it, so there you go. The Book of Elsewhere, Keanu Reeves and China Mayville, I can never know how to pronounce that name. I'm keeping that one. The Inheritance of, I don't remember. Orquídea Divina by Zoraida Cordova. I'm keeping that one. That one's fairly low on the list of what I'm going to read because I've seen really mixed reviews. So that's another I'm going to have to be in the mood to read. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. That book. I'm reading it. City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. Yes, I am definitely reading this. I very much want to get into this, but it's fairly chunky, and I'm not sure when I will get to it, but I will. Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. This is going to be a very soon read. Like, probably take that downstairs with me right now. The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. This is, it's not a sequel to The Enchanted Greenhouse, but it's in the same world. And I think it is like the origin story of probably one of my favorite characters from The Enchanted Greenhouse. So, cozy fantasy, cozy romantasy. I really enjoyed it a lot, so I will be getting to that one soon as well. Where the Library Hides, which is the sequel to What the River Knows, which I surprisingly liked quite a bit. So this is also fairly high up on the list. The God of the Woods by Liz Moore, which was a Book of the Month book. I'm pretty sure it's a horror thriller.
Yes. Supposedly.
So, I'm not big on thrillers. And it's also like a missing kid from a summer camp, so it's summer camp, which I really don't like books about that either. So, I don't know. edition though. It's got pink edges. Have you read this one?
No, it's on my list to read, but I haven't read
You know me and thrillers though.
it. Mm-hmm.
I don't really like them.
No, she really doesn't.
I really don't. Maybe I will look up and I will see what people categorize this as. Because if it's more of a horror, then cool. But it sounds like it's more like a thriller. A mystery thriller, which I'm probably not going to like. So I'm going to look it up and see some reviews on it first before I decide for sure. Let's see. Marion Zimmer Bradley, Ghostlight. This is in the world of a book of hers that I liked. So I'm keeping that one. Then the really chunky book, like rival Brandon Sanderson's, is Kristen Bertain's Winterlight. This is fairly far into the Green Rider series. I am going to have to reread the Green Rider books before I get to this one because it's been so long since I've read one of those books. I just don't even know. But I'm keeping it. I just don't know when I'll read it. Because I've got to read several other very chunky books before I get to that one. Susanna Clark, The Wood at Midwinter. I will probably just pick this up and read it fairly soon. Because I have no idea what it's about and I don't care. It's only 60 pages long and it's gorgeous. It's so cute and pretty and there are illustrations. I have no idea and I don't care. We're going to find out when I read it.
The one who wrote Paranesi?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The Marrow Thieves by Cherie Demeline. Yes, I definitely want to read this. This is probably fairly high up, but I'd say only on that scale of 1 to 5, probably around a 3.5 kind of thing. Like, I really want to read it soon. It's not one I'm just going to keep and read whenever. I definitely want to read it, but we're going to see. A Strange Way of Dying is Sylvia Moreno Garcia's short story collection. So I definitely want to read it, but again, I don't know. Maybe I'll pick it up around Halloween or something. The 13th Child by Erin Craig. A book of the month. It is YA, I'm fairly sure. A YA fantasy. It sounds good though.
Maybe.
I mean, so the main character in this is like the 13th child. And so when she was born, like her godfather is death. But I guess in this world, like having a godparent means that you're like devoted to them or like given to them. You're obligated to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she turns like, I don't know how old, then he comes to start training her. She has a special ability, like she can look at somebody and instantly know like exactly what they need to be well. Like, so if somebody's sick, she can look at them and know exactly what she needs to do. But on the other side, like because death is her godfather, what her trainer or whatever, then there's also cases where even though she knows what can heal them, it's their time and they should not be healed.
Oh.
And so it comes down to like, there's this person that she wants to be healed, but it's his time, and does she heal him or not?
So she's got to fight death.
It sounds angsty to me, and probably not gonna like it. Okay.
Glad we could talk through that.
Yeah. Okay, Mercedes Lackey. I'll read that eventually. Just whenever I basically see one of her books on a sale rack or something, I always buy it because I just love her writing, and it's one of those I'll read whenever. Water Moon by Samantha Soto Yambeo. Sorry. Another book of the month, but I think this one sounds really good. A woman inherits a pawn shop where you can sell your regrets and then embarks on a magical journey when a charming young physicist wanders into the shop in this dreamlike and enchanting fantasy novel. I'm keeping that one. Probably not terribly high on the list. Just sounds good, so there you go. A Song to Drown Rivers by Anne Lang. I don't think I'm going to read this book, honestly. I think I got this one because, so it says her beauty hides a deadly purpose. And I think it's one of those, like, this is the woman that's, like, the most beautiful in the kingdom, but her father or whoever, she's like a princess or something. And her father has trained her up to use her beauty to be able to infiltrate a rival court kind of thing. And I think I got this because I had already skipped like 2 months in a row. And I'm like, I gotta get something. I'm not gonna like it. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I'm keeping it. It's supposedly a great big vampire story that's been compared to Interview with the Vampire. So I'm keeping it, but I do have a love-hate relationship with V.E. Schwab, so we'll see.
Just gonna say.
We'll see. We'll see. So, Zombie Bake Off by Stephen Graham Jones. I borrowed this from Amy. She did not like it, but it's Stephen Graham Jones, so I'm going to read it. But it will be fairly high on the list because I got to give it back to Amy. Yeah. A Winter's Promise by Christelle Davos is the first in The Mirror Visitor, which is more of a young adult, almost children's series, I think. But I've heard really, really, really good things about it. So I've got it. Probably not terrible high on the list. I probably bought it because it was on sale somewhere.
It looks like it came from thrift books.
Yeah, and then oh yeah, there you go. So, anyway. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee by Dee Brown. So I started to read this, and it like depressed me and made me so sad to no end, and I was just not in the mood, but I'm keeping it. I just don't know when. We'll get back to it. The Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver. I think this is another one that it sounds like it's something I should read, but I'm really not going to. I know I'm not. So there you go. Another pile.
It's like they're multiplying.
Crazy. This is Arm of the Sphinx by Josiah Bancroft. This is second in the Settle Ascends series. I read the first one like 2 years ago, and I really liked it. And so I got the second one, and I haven't read it yet, but I will.
And we'll probably have to reread the first one.
Probably so. Family Lore, Elizabeth Acevedo. Book of the Month. It sounds like a magical realism, family, like women of the family, multi-generational kind of thing. I tend not to like those books.
Yeah, you really don't.
I really don't. M.L. Wang, Blood Over Bright Haven. I will be reading that. I don't know when, but I will be reading it. Monsters We Defy by Leslie Penelope. I will also be reading this for absolute sure. I just don't know when, but I will be. The Last Word by Taylor Adams. So this is a thriller. I should be getting rid of it based on that alone. But it's a thriller about, like, I think it's about an author's retreat. So it was like a book about books. And I kind of like the meta of that, so I'm going to keep it. Daughter of the Merciful Deep by Leslie Penelope. Also, definitely, I will be reading that. Alright, Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance. I don't know how many times I have put this on a TBR and I never read it.
Maybe that's a sign.
Ruth Emmy Lang also, which is also The Wilder Women. But it seems like this is like a story like this kid, this guy was raised by wolves out in the woods. And through circumstance comes and meets this girl. I know I'm not going to read it. Okay. 5 Broken Blades by May Corland. I'm not reading that either. So it's YA fantasy, which I did not know that it was when I got it from Book of the Month because it was not really billed as that. But it is also, I think, about a training school sort of situation, which I tend to not like either. So yeah, I don't really, I'm just not. I'm not going to. I know I'm not. Because I already have like a low opinion. Like it's YA fantasy. I don't know. Also another Douglas Adams, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book. Native American Myths and Legends I will be. And again, one of those I'll pick up every once in a while and read. I have a lot of those. Could probably do a whole month just on one selection out of each collection. Okay, my last two books are Owl Crate editions, which I already know I'm going to get rid of because, anyway, but I'm going to show them here because they're gorgeous editions, but I'm not going to read them. I'm just not. But The Incandescent by Emily Tesh. Look, the cover is so pretty though. And it's like a transparent cover, so it's like an overlay. I don't know, it's really pretty, but it's just not something I'm interested in. Oh yeah, and they have the whole illustrated covers. So, you know, if you like that, Pango, it'll be there shortly. Gifted and Talented by Olive E. Blake. I know I have an Olive E. Blake, but it's one I actually think sounds good, and this one just really doesn't, so. Anyway, it's family drama stuff, and I just don't like family drama stuff. But it's a cool edition. Once again, really cool edition, so that will probably be in my Pango thing as well.
Yeah.
Well, we have our September book club book to be reading, How to Solve Your Own Murder by Kristen Perrin. So obviously this is high up on the list. Be reading that very shortly. And that, whoop, wrong pile. That is it for my TBR shelf. So, there you go.
Quite a stack of books here that you're taking off of the shelf.
I do. Yeah. So this is the get rid of pile, and there's Penny sitting in the middle of it all, of course.
Hello, say hello, Ben.
So yeah, all of those. I mean, there's no surprises here. I knew most of these I was not going to be reading anyway. If I had not picked them for my 25 and 25, there's a couple I would be taking off that list too, so I may be doing some substituting there, but... So, my TBR update is 323 on my TBR shelf that I am keeping, that I will read at some point. I will.
We'll believe it when we see it.
But I did not buy any books in the month of August. I didn't.
Were you sick in August?
Possibly. Because I did not, I didn't get the book of the month because I didn't like any of the selections. And I had canceled my Owl Crate, but they had a problem with fulfilling one of the orders. So the book I should have gotten from them, I didn't get in August either. I will be getting one shortly, and I have 2 other books that are coming, and the book of the month. So in September, I've already got 4 to add. But I didn't add any in August, and I got rid of a whole pile. I don't know if that counts as getting rid of my TBR. I just decided I didn't want them anymore.
You know what? If you want it to count, it counts. It's your TBR shelf.
Look how many books I dropped off my TBR in August.
Many.
It's crazy.
Good job.
But no. Yeah. So, okay. There's my, what did I say, 123.
Mm-hmm. That's not bad.
I bet I dropped, what, 20 books off? So.
You're still lower than me.
Okay.
My TBR shelf. So.
You could do this for yours too. There may be some that you drop off of your shelf.
Maybe so. Although, okay, so you are really good at DNFing books and being like, yeah, I'm not going to read that, or like whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm over here just like, but maybe it'll get better, or like maybe I will like it, knowing full and well that I probably will not. I'm still going to sit there and try it. But
I just already know my taste. And I know things, I mean, like this one, Family Lore, I may love it. But I just know that it's not the kind of book that I generally do like. So it's just going to sit on the shelf and never get read. I'm never going to be in the mood to pick this up. I would have to do it because somebody would make me, like through a buddy read or some kind of reading challenge. And then I may love it. It may be a surprise for some people, and that's fine. It's enough to keep it on a shelf. But I have too many books that I actually want to read to waste time on books that I know I'm probably, the odds are I'm not going to like it. And the same with DNFing. I mean, if I am not into a book in the first 3-4 chapters, I'm done. I'm just done. Maybe it'll get better. Unless I have seen a review where it says, this takes a while to get into it, but just give it a chance. Then okay, I may keep going. But otherwise, nah. Well, it's just like that one. Chelsea Abdullah's book. I read like 3 chapters of it, and I just couldn't get into it. So, I don't know. Why try again?
Yeah. That's fair.
When I also know that it's a YA fantasy, and it's not a standalone, maybe I can power through it, but why?
Yeah.
But why? So, yes, I should let me have your TBR shelf. You could tell me why you bought it, and what about it, and then I could make the decision.
That would be scary.
That would be
I
very
don't know
scary.
if I'd have any books left on my TBR shelf. Which might be a good thing, but... Huh. Well, let us know down in the comments if you want to see that video. See me go through my TBR shelf and Kelly decide the fate of my books.
If I take control, I wouldn't do that. I would not take control of anybody's library.
We should do that.
But I could do strong suggestions about... I could lobby hard. But then you never know, because it was like that YA fantasy that you read in our...
Ace of Shades.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, for Summerween.
For Summerween.
Because I've had that book for, almost 10 years.
Yeah.
And it came in an Owl Crate box, and I never thought to pick it up or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And given
really
a YA fantasy, I would have looked at you and said, you are not going to like this.
Yeah.
You are not going to like it. Give it up. So, who knows?
Yeah.
That's why you can't take control of anybody's library.
It's true. I can't even take control of my own libraries.
But I feel pretty good. I mean, at the beginning of like Book of the Month, I was just getting a book all the time because it was a book.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that led to quite a few books that I know I'm not going to read. Because there was another one. Oh, This Small Angels. That was the same way. I thought it was a fantasy book, but I think it's horror instead. I would probably get rid of that if it wasn't on my 25. So that one, I probably would not read those either because they're YA fantasy. I really don't want to read this one. So that one will probably be replaced because I really don't want to read it. I have heard it is not just like YA fantasy, but it's YA romantasy, which is definitely not something I like. So I have that one. So there may still be some culling involved here. But there's probably, I mean, I bet a good 5 to 10 books that I really want to get to like right now. So we'll see. That may change.
It'll probably change by tomorrow.
In the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we'll start talking about a different book and then I'll be like, oh, that sounds good. Let's read that. Yeah. Anyway.
Alright.
There we go. That's it. That is it for my TBR. Hope you enjoyed that little tour through my reading preferences.
Yeah. And if you did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, go on down below the video and hit the red subscribe button. Join the Everyday Adventure family so you can see our book videos every single week. And also go and follow us over on TikTok and Instagram at Everyday Epic Book Club for even more content.
Yes. And while you're doing all of that, be sure and check out the rest of Amy's channel because it's not just all book content. There are also videos with home renovations and home decorating and shopping hauls and travel videos and kitty cats at her house as well. And while you're doing all that, you can also go check out her blog, which has articles that go along with some of the videos, but also has features like Watch It Wednesdays and Foodie Fridays. So check it all out and become a part of the entire Everyday Adventurer family. Family. In your imagination.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob was a strong influence when my children were growing up, obviously.
Alrighty. Well, like I said, like we said.
So we said.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed watching this video.
Yeah.
And I'm Amy.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are
The Everyday Epic.
We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.